Hey guys, it's Mikey, back for another episode of Lend Me Your Ears, only on DIY. Tonight we are talking about Boston area band The Water Cycle. They have a lot of releases. This is the latest one of them, and it's called Other Guys. I'd recommend this group to anyone who's a fan of indie pop outfits like Born Ruffians or Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin, with a power trio setup that caters particularly to dreamy indie pop music. It's stripped down, no frills. The songs are about love loss and they really speak from the heart. Their sense of humor comes through in songs, right down to the band's name, The Water Cycle. I feel like it's not probably too far-fetched to imagine that these guys met in an 8th grade science class and just said, hey, let's start making songs. That sense of humor does not eclipse the sincerity of the tracks though, as these are all real broken-hearted love songs, but they're light enough to make it feel more like bittersweet crush anthems. In fact, listening to this, I got a very high school surf movie kind of vibe, and that might just because they're going for a very jangly aesthetic that you hear in a lot of modern dream pop music. I would think of like Mac DeMarco or Boy Pablo. If you listen to either of those, you probably know what I'm talking about. Let's go track by track. Opening track is called Have You Heard, and it's about finding a new love, admiring someone from afar who doesn't know that you exist, and so that's sure to pluck a heartstring of anyone that's ever been in that situation before, myself included. Second tune, which I mentioned before, is the I went on a date for the first time in a year and cried after. That's the title. Reverb that you hear on the guitar track in that, and also some really competent bass line work. If you pay attention to the bass line on that song, you'll see that while you might get the sense that these guys are just troubadours without much technical ability, listen to the bass lines and they'll really tell you something different. Lines about, I can't believe you dyed your hair, I liked it better before, but now it's for the other guy that you're seeing, not me. It's a, sad breakup song, maybe post-breakup song, but it's got a cute little cynicism to it. Third song, Mom Jeans. If you can pull the sincerity from the track and reconcile it with the, subtly making fun of a girl's choice of jeans at a party, you can kind of get the point from that one. It's got a really catchy and playful melody. A lot of these songs actually are real earworms and they'll stick with you after you hear them. The fourth track might be my favorite. That's the one, Prep School Girls. Fits really cohesively with the beach rock sound that I was talking about. Kind of reminds me of the Zombies actually, and it sounds like it pays tribute to older bands like that. It's also the song that has my favorite lyrics on the album. I pulled some here. She shops at Urban, she reads John Green, her favorite band is Death Cab, I Wanna Scream. Fifth one is the one that I feel is to be taken the most seriously. It's called Don't You Take, Don't You Take My Girl Away, that kind of lost love anthem. But it's played straight, opposed to the rest of the songs that are kind of upbeat and comedic. This song is much more, I wouldn't say somber, but it's a solo acoustic track that is definitely meant to be the closer. When I was little, my family would always rent a beach house in Cape Cod for a week or so, and every summer we would go. And I feel like this album is a companion piece to one of those trips, because as a little kid I always wanted to know what falling in love was, 'cause that's what all the songs were about. And I feel like this album is a good complement to a trip like that. I would say this is a good summer album for trying to find love or trying to even figure out what it is. Don't read too much into it. The lyrics are not super serious, but I do feel there's a real sincerity behind them. And I commend these guys on keeping the levity pretty high, but also the lyricism and the musicianship are there as well. I could see these guys as the house band for a beach barbecue. I could see myself getting a little drunk and trying to accompany these guys on ukulele, and they would be like, nah man, nah. These are not your songs. These are our songs. And I would have to respect that. Band is The Water Cycle. The album is Other Boys. Please check them out. Please support them. Give them all your money for DIY. This is Lend Me Your Ears. I'm your host, Mikey Clapis. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Is her face at the end of each day?